have just seen me cut into 4 pieces and put in an envelope are just the copies of our BRP. Yes, if you live in the UK and you have your BRP and after some time, it runs out, and failure to do what I've just done would absolutely attract you a fine of 1,000 British pounds. That's a lot of money. You might not know about this, or you might have forgotten about this, because usually when you apply for a visa, when it is successful, they will also write you requesting you to return this at its expiration. This is usually at the beginning. But guess what? By the time people start staying in the country for 1 year, depending on the duration of your visa, 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, as the case may be, so you totally have forgotten that there was something that you were expected to or requested to return this at its expiration, which is the BRP card. It is not your property. You are meant to return it at its expiration, just like I've just done. And guess what? You have to, package it and send it there, special delivery. I paid £6 plus just at the post office in Middlesbrough, returning this to the Bristol's office. You have to return it to the UKVI. Today, guys, I will be sharing with you why our visa got delayed for 5 long months. And if you are also waiting for your visa to be processed, I will also be sharing with you the reasons why your visa could be delayed or it's taking them long to process your visa in this very content. All right, so exactly on the 22nd of July, this very year, my family and myself, we traveled to Newcastle to do biometric capturing for our visas, So since then, we've been waiting for our visas to be out. All right, so before I proceed, I want to announce to you all that we finally received our visas, our BRP. Yes, that is the right for you to live, work in the UK after 5 long months of waiting. I tell you what, it denied me of something. It's myself, not my husband, though, because, I couldn't just go back to work because of that. And guess what? They sent this BRP. Do you know the 5 months that have passed so far? It was counted. Now, as I am talking to you, the visa, the 1-year visa we applied for is going to be running out again in August. Can you imagine? And we just got it this very December. In fact, they excluded the months. In fact, can I say they excluded? They included the months that we were staying without this visa in this very country. People, they seem to be so stingy with their visa. They count it, they measure it for people, So this is how it is. Now, if you have applied for a visa in the UK and it's taking long to be processed, your visa is being delayed. I will be sharing with you in this content why your visa might be delayed, Just like in our own case, we applied on the 22nd of July in Newcastle. Then after 2 months, usually when you do your biometric capturing, that same day, they're going to send you an email that your application has been received. So we got the same email and then we chilled. Normally, it is expected to take 3 to 6 weeks for your visa application to be processed. Now, after 6 weeks, we had nothing. 2 months gone, we had nothing. 2.5 months, we decided to contact the UKVI. I am going to also be telling you how we contacted them, and basically it is just a simple step. In case you have been waiting, you can as well write them, to know why your visa is being delayed. Yes, basically you go online, you type in gov.uk, and then in the search bar you can also type contact UK visas and immigration for help. It will come up, and it come up with certain lines of questions they will be asking you. So first question would be, where exactly are you writing them from? Inside the UK or outside of the UK? The option that best suits you where you are contacting them from. Now the next question comes, in what language do you want to communicate with them? English or in your local language? You choose the option, and so many other options would come up, and they would ask you, the reason for you contacting them, especially where there is a drop down. You can choose for something else and then write that you are contacting them based on the visa you have applied for, so date and blah blah blah. They will get back to you. So we did that, and they got back to us, letting us know that our visas are being processed. Unfortunately, 3 months elapsed, 4 months elapsed. Now, At the end of that 4 months, we got an email in the post from the UKVI. What did they say in the mail? They were requesting us to pay 1,400 and something pounds for health surcharge. And guess what? My husband works with NHS in the hospital. And as everyone knows, we all believe that health workers, their visas, they don't pay health surcharge, isn't it? Especially when you are working with NHS, or especially when you are working for NHS. And then from the letter, it was referred to my husband's employer, which is the hospital, and NHS trust. So he walked down to his hospital, go to the admin, present the letter to them. Lo and behold, it was the hospital that was meant to pay that money, 1,400 plus pounds for health surcharge. That was really strange to us, learning that, employers of healthcare workers pay health surcharge on their behalf. NHS staff, a hospital staff, So the hospital also wrote us a day after that they've made the payment, to the Home Office. So immediately the payment was made. After 1 week, we got a letter again from Home Office that our visas have been successfully processed. Congratulations, We were happy that we should expect to receive our visas, that's the BRP, in the post within 7 working days. My brothers and sisters, 7 working days past nothing. 14 working days past nothing, until another 3 weeks, when we finally got it on the 2nd of December, a day to my birthday. We got it in the post on a Friday, So that was how it came. So basically, if your visa is being delayed, there are certain reasons. One of them could be that you probably might have not followed the right guidelines in completing your visa application. So when making application, there's always a guideline set aside. Go through them, make sure that you follow the step by step to complete your application. Another reason might be that they want you to come for an interview. Something might not be right, and they would invite you over for an interview. I don't know. And they might also have something they want to clarify, maybe a check, something that is somehow bogus, complicated, that they want to clarify with you. I got this message in my IG. Somebody wrote me to say that the Home Office wrote her regarding a payment in her account. They want her to clarify the money in her account. What happened was that she is already here. By the time she applied to come in here, she applied for Form A. Form A was taking ages to come. She withdrew the money, paid in cash, and she came in less than 3 months. Her dependent, which is the husband, is also applying to come in, and the husband will be using the same account of which she has removed the bulk of the money in the account. So the Home Office contacted her, trying to get a clarification on how the large chunk of her amount disappeared from her account. She withdrew the money in cash. She didn't make transfer to any other bank. So my advice to her was to tell them the truth. Put up a clarification letter stating what happened to the money that you were waiting for. A Form A. Form A did not show up. You decided to cash out the money. Come down, travel to UK with the money in cash so that you can pay your tuition fee and all that. And she did that. And guess what? The dependent, which is the husband, got the visa. So there could be something. So there could be something that is not clear to them that they would want you to come clarify, or they would write you a mail to clarify. Just like ours, that we got a mail about a certain amount that was not paid. That's a huge amount of money, 1,400 plus. It's a big omission. Yes. So they basically wrote us. Having gone through the mail, we discovered that it wasn't in our place to make that payment. We took it to my husband's employer, who made the payment. Another major reason for your visa processing being delayed could be as a result of high number of Ukrainians in the UK trying to settle in, because the Home Office is processing high volume of applications from different set of people, workers, students, a whole lot of them. The war that broke out in Ukraine, saw a lot of migrants from Ukraine into this very country. They are trying to make everyone settle down. I have a Ukrainian friend, through Karen. Karen, our British landlady, also accepted 3 Ukrainians into her own house. She provided shelter for them and a whole lot, and takes them around even though they have little understanding of English. You see, so when you look at all this, you would also know that this is a factor that is contributing to people's visa processing being delayed, because they are trying to process, but they should have employed more hands like me. I can help out with the visa processing thing, So this could be a factor why your visa is being delayed. High volume of visa processing. Another thing is also the high level of migration in this very country is something that is absolutely overwhelming, is super alarming. We all know that this is the Japa season. A lot of people are trying to Japa, not only Africans, Asians, Indians. They are all moving into this country. Everyone is applying for their visa to be processed. So it's a whole lot. So if you are waiting for a decision to be made in your visa, ensure that maybe you can go through your application to see if everything is clearly stated. If not, contact the UKVI and Immigration for Help. UKVI and Immigration for Help through the gov.uk. That is the major government website in this very country, gov.uk, and then you type in contact the UK Immigration and Visas for Help, and they will take it up from there. Step-by-step guide will be opening for you to answer the questions therein, So remember what I said regarding the BRP. If you have an old BRP and you have gotten a new BRP, don't keep that old BRP in your possession. Endeavor to cut it into 4 pieces, package it in an envelope, pay for a first class delivery, and send it back to their office in Bristol. Now, another thing that you need to return again in this very country when you are moving a home or when you are leaving a particular address is your driving license, be it temporary or permanent driving license. Endeavor to return this document when you are moving a home. Maybe I will bring up a video about that too. All right, thanks so much for watching this content. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and keep coming for more uploads. Bye.